Hey guys, welcome back. I know that I am fully capitalizing on this look. I didn't even change the shirt to try to pretend that this isn't the same eye look. But it took a long time to do this, so I'm just gonna keep powering through. I'm gonna do a Project 10 pan. I don't know what it's called. Project Pan? Project 10 pan? I don't know. I have 15 items. I'm going to try to pan 10 of them. Whichever the 10 are that first get finished, that's going to be it. I'm a terrible panner. Terrible at it. I get almost resentful about having to use the same products over and over again, and then I get bored very easily, and I can usually manage to do like one update if I'm lucky, and then it just all kind of falls to the wayside. So I'm going to try, and that's why I've put 15 items in, and I'm allowing myself to call it quits after 10 of them are completed / I hit pan on them. With that preamble done, and without any further ado, let's do this thing. All right, first up, if you have been following me on Instagram for like 2 years, you will have seen this in other attempted panning projects in the past, and it is the bronzer from Essence. This thing is damn near done. The packaging has given up the ghost, and it had basically, because I'd repressed it a few times and because it's as old as the hills, it had got very hard panned, so I kind of just scraped it all up, and I'm now using it as a loose bronzer. So with the risk of spilling it everywhere, that is what is left in there. It is precious little. This is basically a gimme, but it's a personal vendetta. I will finish this. I am not throwing it out until it is gone, and so I want to focus on this one and finally make it bend to my will and finish. End. Another item that has been kicking around in my collection for quite some time is the Brightening Peach Correction Concentrate from Pixi. And it's just basically a peach color corrector that I use under my eyes to help with the dark circles. And that is what it looks like as of today. I have not reached for this in quite some time, so I want to just focus on it, finish it up, because obviously there's a very good dent going in it, and I want to get the most out of it. I have a couple of face powders that I want to use up as well. One is almost done, and it's so close to being done that I've added another little sample one in, so that's all that's left here. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Loose Setting Powder. I don't really enjoy it. It's almost done because I've been trying to get it out of my collection, so I want to use that up and be done with it. I can tell you right now I won't be repurchasing it. And then because it is so close to the end, I've added in the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil sample that I have here. And this one, I don't know if you can see, it's about half. There's that one. I have some skincare items that I'm also trying to finish up, but they live 2 floors above where I film, and I will never remember to bring them down here when I'm doing updates, so I'm going to leave skincare out of this, but I do have a perfume, and this is the Hesperides Grapefruit from Fresh, and you can see where it's at. You can see I have tried doing a project with it before, and that has just not worked out. But this is what's left here. I will mark it. It's quite nice, but it's not my favorite. However, it is very spring-summer appropriate, just the scent of it. It's very citrusy, very fresh, and I actually do like it, but for this time of year. So it's one of those, once fall and winter hits, I never ever reach for this. So strike while the iron's hot. We're now coming into the nice weather, so I want to give this one some attention and hopefully finish it up. I have approximately 1.4 million mascaras. The vast majority of those are samples. Anytime I can try a new mascara out basically for free in a sample situation, I go for it. But I also do have some full-sized ones. And because I like to try the new ones, the full-sized ones tend to get pushed to the back of the drawer, and I don't really bring them out to play. So I do want to give my Lash Paradise some love, and I would like to use this one up. This is definitely one that I would repurchase after I got through all of my samples. It is very good. So this one is sort of the pinnacle for me, and all else are striving to reach this one. I have 3 lipsticks that I am going to be focusing on, and I will just go through them quickly. So one is Flamingo from MAC. That is where it's at here. If this wasn't the first MAC lipstick I bought, then this one was, and this is Chatterbox. I'll show you how much is left of this one. It's just not one that I ever reach for, and I find they're starting to go. More so the Flamingo, but this one is losing that really nice sweet scent. So these ones, I need to use them or lose them, basically. And when I did my MAC lipstick swatch video, which I'll put up here, I really liked the way that Chatterbox looked. I don't know why I never reach for it, but I'm gonna, because now it's part of a project. So hopefully I can make some good progress on those. And then the third one is Naked from Urban Decay. This is one of the old school, and there's not much left of this one. That's where we're at here with Naked. I also have a foundation that I want to work on. This is the Born This Way foundation from Too Faced. I've already marked it. It's basically full, but this is one of the ones that I've had for the longest time. It's just not my favorite. It feels a bit heavier on my skin than some of my other foundations, but I want to make a good dent in it. In no way do I think I'm going to finish it anytime soon, but I want to give some much needed attention to this and try to get that line further down. Another item here is the Milani Baked Powder Blush in Luminoso. This one was one of those blushes that every YouTuber and their sister raved about back in the day, and now nobody ever talks about it. And it's such a nice, like, just peachy blush, and it's so nice for this time of year. It's got like a little bit of a sheen without being glittery. Oh god, there it is there. And I've already, like, basically flattened the dome off a bit. See there? But I want to keep working at it, and this is one that I don't tend to reach for in the winter, but again, I find it very appropriate for spring and summer, so since we're there, let's use it. I talked about this product in a Shits and Giggles, I think back in maybe January, and it is the Keep It Perfect Makeup Fixing Spray from Essence. At the time, I said I didn't like it because the spray is so, like, super aggressive, and I was going to just use it for intensifying, like, foiled shadows on the brush, but I keep using my Fix Plus, which is on its last legs as well, and I never reach for this, and there are other setting sprays that I want to try out, and I'm refusing to buy them until I make a very good dent in the ones that I do have. So this one's only 50 milliliters. I can suck it up. Now that I know that it's a super aggressive pump, I can hold it out, but I just want to use it up and get it done. So I am going to mark this one as well. So there, I've just drawn the little line there. Another face product that I want to try to make a dent in, or at least maybe even hit pan on, this is the highlighter from Urban Decay in Sin. It's one of their Afterglow 8-hour ones, and it's just a very nice light champagne color. Not super blinding, but it is very nice on the skin. And yeah, I went hardcore on this one for a bit. You can see that there is a dip in it. If I can pick it up. And I just want to increase that dip, or like I said, maybe even hit pan on it. Another one that I would like to hit pan on, because it's been kicking around for so long, is the Earthy Blush number 7 Light Glow Contouring Powder Face and Eyes. Holy name, from Burberry. And this was part of a little kit full of samples that they put out, God, was it 3 years ago? It was at least 2, probably 3 years ago. And I like to use this one as an eyeshadow, as a contour. It's just a nice, it's not quite on the ashy cool side, it's not quite, like, it's quite neutral, but versatile. And it is buttery soft, it blends beautifully. There is a good dip in there already. And I would like to hit pan on this one, ideally. 2 more. One I've had for over a year, about a year and a half. This is the L'Or primer from Guerlain, and it's the one with the gold. It's the frou-frou one that costs a freaking arm and a leg. And because it costs so much, I tend not to use it because I'm like, well, if I use it, then it'll be done. Meanwhile, logic, I spent a crap ton of money on it and it just sits in my drawer. I actually didn't spend a crap ton of money on it. I got it for free at Shoppers Drug Mart using points. Freaking love the Shoppers Drug Mart point system. Sephora, take note. But regardless, it's still just sitting there not getting the use and the love that it should be, considering how pricey it is. So I'm going to mark it and I'm going to use it. All right, that brings us to the last one, and this is going to be the most challenging one for me. It's an eyeshadow palette, and it is from Urban Decay. It is the Shadowbox palette. I have had this thing forever. Ages and ages and ages. I can't even remember when I got it, and it's beautiful. There are the shadows there. But I don't know why I never reach for it. I don't know, but I'm going to because it deserves more love, and I can tell even just finger swatching them that they're not quite performing at the same level that they used to, and that is a shame. So I need to bring it out, get creative, mix it in with other palettes. I don't care, but I want to give it some love. So those are the 15 items that I want to really focus on. And like I said, if I can finish 10 or hit pan on the larger powder products or the palette, I'll count that as a completion, I guess. Today is May 15th, so the 15th of each month I will aim to do updates for you. If you want to see any eye looks using the Shadowbox palette, let me know. I think it's gone. Like I don't see it on the Canadian Sephora website. I don't know if the Urban Decay site still has it or the American Sephora site. So I don't know if anybody can still get their hands on it, but if you have it and want to see some looks, let me know. But otherwise I'll just leave it to you guys. You let me know in the comments if you want to see it or not. That's it. That is it. Wish me luck, because like I said, I'm a terrible panner. I don't have the attention span for it. And that's the end of this video, guys. So thank you for taking the time to watch, and I will see you in my next one. Until then, just be a decent human being. Bye for now.